Today we're going to talk about how to decide whether or not to stay in your home and renovate or to sell your home and buy a new one. Hi, my name is Cheryl Goetz. I'm the founder of At Home Co. We help you buy, sell, invest, and renovate here in Kitchener-Waterloo while making fun videos of how to also live your best life. As a realtor who is also a designer and has done a couple of renovations and helped well over 50 people build new homes, one of the most common questions I have is, should I sell my home and buy a new one, or should I just renovate this one? And I go through three simple questions with everybody who asks me this. The first one is, if you left your home as is right now and didn't make any changes, no upgrades, no renovations, how much would you get for it? Obviously, that's something I can answer. And then, based on that amount, how much would your budget be for shopping for a new house? That's a question for your mortgage provider. Let's say you could get $800,000 for your house, and your mortgage provider is saying, based on the equity you've built, maybe some debt you've paid off and some pay raises you've gotten over the last 5 years of owning this home, your new budget is $1.1 million. We would take $1.1 million, we would look at the homes that have sold in the last 90 days in that budget. Let's say you want to stay in Kitchener-Waterloo, and that exercise tells you, is the desired areas and homes within our budget something that we would move to? Is it the same or better than what we could create here with a renovation? If the answer is yes, I say let's do it. If the answer is no, let's start planning a renovation. The next question is, well, what would you renovate? What's wrong with this house? Does it just need updates? Do you need more space? If you need more space, can you create more space? If it's already a 2-story, what are we doing? Are we making the second story larger on the top and having, piers at the back? Are we extending the main floor of the back and creating a patio on top? I don't know how likely it is that you're adding a 3rd story in this region. That's something to consider for stairs, resale, general appearance in the neighborhood, and also zoning bylaws. If you just want to work with the exterior walls that you have and you don't want to take on an addition, then it's a matter of, what are the problems and can it be solved within these 4 walls? If you want certain rooms to be bigger, then what does that do to the other existing rooms? As a designer, I can help you imagine all of the different scenarios, and we work out, is it possible to meet your needs with this home through a renovation? If the answer is no, let's sell. If the answer is yes, let's take that next step. The last question I ask is, how much do you love your location? Because there's a reason why location is a very famous saying. More often than not, you can't change your location, but you can change your house. If you don't like the fact that it backs onto a highway, that highway probably isn't going anywhere. If you absolutely love your big private backyard, well, how often does a similar house or an upgraded home with that backyard come on the market? If you love your school district, if you love your neighbors, if you love how your house sits, these are all things that are harder to replicate because they're fixed items. So again, you would basically take into consideration what you love about your fixed items, your location, perhaps your lot, and we would take that budget in the first exercise that we did, and we would apply it to the recent sales in the areas that you like and see if it's possible. Where I do see a lot of success is if people just want to sell as is, and they're in the city and they want to move a little bit outside of the city, you can get a bit more bang for your buck. So that could be really helpful depending on your situation. Another thing to consider is, what is the return on investment of a renovated home in your area, and how long do you think you would stay in your home after you renovate it? Some neighborhoods in this region, no matter how much money you put into that home, you are not going to get it back when you go to sell it unless you plan on staying there for a good amount of years. Other neighborhoods, the second you do improvements, you get that money back tenfold because it's a really highly desired neighborhood. So that is something else that we go through. And as a realtor and designer, I like to think that I can speak from all aspects of it as someone who has done moves and renovations and has toyed with this idea as well. I do like to be a sounding board for my clients to work out all of these scenarios and find solutions for them to help make your decision easier. For example, if you have no idea how much a renovation costs, I can get my contractor to give us an idea or at least a per square foot budget. That's usually $200 to $300, depending on what finishes you're thinking of, depending on what contractor you get to, and depending on how extensive the renovation is. If you want to have this conversation with me, my contact information's below. If you want to learn more about the neighborhoods in Waterloo region that could be a good fit for you, there's a survey for that. Keep in touch through my email newsletter and my Instagram. I hope you enjoyed these videos. Check out my other ones to learn more about buying, selling, investing, renovating in Kitchener-Waterloo, along with my favorite restaurants, cafes, things to do with kids, etc. Until next time, guys. Bye.